All right, now I will be the first to say I am not the best with PowerPoint, so excuse me. My name is Alexis Hughes. I am with eXp Realty, been here for 3.5 years, love it. Been licensed for 4.5 total. So you're going to hear a lot about the eXp experience from a new agent perspective, and some of the tools and training and everything that we have. In the time that I've been with eXp, I've gone from making 4 million in volume, barely my first year as a new agent, to over 20 million in the year 2020 during a global pandemic. And we're on track to do even more for the year 2021. So we're going to talk about how that was possible and how eXp played a part in that. And then my lovely co-host over here, Robin Mann, I'm going to let her introduce herself and then we'll jump in.
Good morning. So yeah, I'm Robin Mann, Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been with eXp 1.5 years, almost 2 years. And it took me 3 years to get here. Like, people talked to me about it for 3 years. I finally said yes. I even put a video out, stop talking to me about eXp. So once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. And yeah, so I do about the same. Alexis and I both are what are called icon agents, and we'll talk with you about what that means and how phenomenal that is for you. So I started out at eXp, I think I did 18 million my first year, and then 20, I'm definitely over 20 this year, and eXp definitely has assisted in that. So, and I've not been counting all of my numbers, so I'm kind of excited to see what I do this year. So anywho, I'm glad y'all are here. Thanks for popping in, and let's see what's going to happen.
Awesome. All right. And Robin is what's the word I'm looking for? She does not talk herself up as much as she should. Robin is an amazing agent, so much so that we're in the same area. When I first started in real estate, she was one of those agents I watched and thought, oh man, if I could only be like Robin one day. And here we are, partners in the same company, working together when I didn't even think I would ever be in the same atmosphere as her. So guys, we're going to get started. Who is this beautiful, beautiful man on our screen? That is Glenn Sanford. That is the founder of eXp. So Glenn Sanford's background is really, really interesting and really plays into some of the decisions that we've made at eXp as a whole. So he did start with internet startups in 2002. So that was his very first thing, 2002, internet startups. He wasn't even in real estate. So around the age of 30, he decided to jump into real estate, and he jumped in with one of the best brokerages out there that we know of, Keller Williams. And he did well there. So around the age of 30, starting at Keller Williams, he and his team were doing about 60 million in volume. And most of this volume was coming from online lead generation. So even before eXp was pioneered by him, he was pioneering the way for agents all over to do internet lead generation and was doing well at it. So in his 4th year of real estate, he realized, hey, we're connecting with our consumers online. And he kind of saw that everything was going in that direction. And so what he decided is to go to the upper people with KW and propose to them, hey, we need to do a better way. We need to go virtual. This is the way of the future. And they shot him down. So in 2009, he left KW and he started the first ever cloud-based brokerage that we now know and love as eXp Realty. Amazing, amazing forethought on his part. So what do we believe in, right, guys? You always want to align yourself with a company that fits your core values and your culture. So we believe in community. We want to be a good neighbor and leave a sustainable legacy. We believe in service. Let's serve those that we're working with rather than just making money off of them. Sustainability. Okay, guys, in an ever-changing world, and we know that real estate changes rapidly, how can we be sustainable long-term? Collaboration. Guys, we all know that the motivation and the energy and the work you can accomplish when you're working together with people is 10 times greater than if you're doing it by yourself. Don't be a lone wolf. We want everyone to learn and grow together. Transparency. We want everybody to know every single thing there is about us, whether it be our financials, who we are, what our brokerage plan is, anything. I remember starting out as a brand new agent, nobody would tell me what the splits were unless I went and met with them. Not with eXp, we're transparent. Nobody would tell me. I guarantee you, if I go to a brokerage right now and I ask the broker in charge or the franchise owner, hey, can you tell me how much debt you have? One, they're probably not going to be able to tell me, and Two, if they know it, they're not going to want to tell me. Not with eXp. Everything is transparent. Integrity. We want you to do the right thing even when nobody is looking, because that is the true epitome of what integrity is. Integrity is not doing the right thing when everybody's looking. It's doing the right thing when nobody's looking. Innovation, duh, hello, first cloud-based brokerage out there. We want to innovate. We want to look to the future, and we want to anticipate the changes and go ahead and make those changes. Being agile, that kind of goes hand in hand with innovation. You can't innovate if you can't be agile and move quickly. And then above all else, I think you guys got the gist from this morning. We believe in fun. Don't take yourself too seriously. You love fun, the people you work with love fun, and your clients love fun. There's a time for work and a time for play. So we want to exemplify all of this in our core values and who we are and what we put out in the public and to the community, as well as in our private lives. So eXp, what happened? We started in 2019, and really 2010, we opened 11 states, right? So we were brand new baby firm. People laughed at us, but we were open in 11 states. You fast forward to 2011, and eXp Realty was featured in Swampole Trends reports as an up and coming brokerage to watch. 2012, our founder and CEO, Glenn Sanford, got recognized as one of the top 100 most influential people in real estate. So all of this in just a short amount of time. You fast forward to 2011, and eXp World Holdings, go ahead, Google that, EXPI, that's our stock ticker, became a publicly traded company, which helps with that financial transparency we're going to talk about. In 2014, we went from just a United States brokerage to now we are launching in Canada. So we're taking over all of North America. In 2015, we launched our agent equity program and Icon Agent Award. This was a big deal. So we said in 2015, we don't want to just bring on single agents. We want to bring on the most productive. We could have 50,000 agents, and if they're not producing, what good does that do? So this really helped pave the way to bring on some of our mega producers. I'm talking Gene Fredericks that sold 6 KW market centers to come on because of these two programs that we're going to touch on. 2016, we tripled our agent count in a single year, guys. Now, this was before I was at eXp. I joined in June of 2018. So I think we went from having maybe like 100 brokers to in 2016 having about 1,500. So it was a big deal for us. In 2017, we reached 10,000 agent milestone, and Glenn Sanford was also named 2018 Glassdoor Best Place to Work. Amazing feat. In 2018, we won Inman Innovator Award for the broker owner, and we also joined the NASDAQ. And the beauty is we were open in all 50 states. Guys, that's the year I came on. There was like 7,500 agents in Canada and the United States at that time. And when I came on in June, we didn't even have all 50 states open yet. So big deal. We're going to talk more about this amazing growth and where we've been open since then, further in the call, but I wanted you guys to get a really good timeline of how we started and where we're at and why people say this is the fastest growing brokerage in history and why that is so important and such a big deal. I like to dust that we're kind of a big deal in that arena. So innovation's always happening, guys. It really is. You look at Blockbuster, I believe the last brick and mortar Blockbuster closed down, 2.5, maybe 3 years ago. And what's so insane about this is years ago, Netflix went to Blockbuster, just like Glenn went to the higher ups at KW and said, hey, look, we need to offer a virtual option. We've got this beautiful thing that is called the internet. Y2K didn't shut it down. It's only gotten better. Let's make it to where people can have movies on demand. That way, if a movie is out, you don't have to have that stock that's cluttering your store. If a movie's out of stock, people can still watch it. Dude, Blockbuster laughed at them, guys, and basically tried to blackball them into the industry. Like Netflix, who laughed at them, everything. I know around that time, I was thinking about investing in stock, and I looked at Netflix. I laughed, y'all. I laughed. Now, I guarantee you myself and hundreds, if not thousands of other people are pretty mad they didn't get involved in that Netflix stock because Blockbuster's no more. We have Circuit City. So we used to have to go to Circuit City to get a TV, to get chairs for our office, to get desks, everything like that. Gone are the days. We can buy freaking socks on Amazon, guys, and have it delivered to our house by 12 o'clock noon if I ordered them right now. That's gone. So guys, if everything in the world is going virtual, why not traditional brokerages? And that is where Glenn has been such a forethinker, because he saw this. He saw there needed to be a better way, because right now, a traditional real estate brokerage, bricks and mortar, they don't want it to be virtual. And it's not because they don't think it works. It's not because they think they need brick and mortar. But if they take brick and mortar away, they're taking away you. That's their retirement. So eXp is really paving the way for agents to take back control. We're the ones that do the bulk of the work. And we're doing that so that the franchise owner and the market center owner can retire, not so we can retire. And that's one of the big deals about eXp Realty, because we're going to talk about 3 lanes that we empower you as agents to build your retirement, to build your future and your legacy. Again, one brokerage, not a franchise. And a lot of people don't understand why this is such a big deal. Touch on it with you guys briefly, but in a typical franchise, you have costly overhead. So you have your desk fees, you have your cost for printers, you have the people that are in the office that are doing admin stuff, supporting, one person supporting 500 agents in accounting. Not doable. You have the menial desks that nobody really sits at, because most people that are being productive and actually bringing funds into the brokerage are out in the field working, y'all, if we're being honest. It's locally confined, right? So, years and years ago, great idea at the time before internet, but years and years and years ago, you had a bunch of people that had an idea and they said, hey, we've got an entire map. Let's section that off and sell pieces of it for $250,000 to franchise owners. And these franchise owners came in and they bought it. You wanna know why they bought it? Because they got to feel like a big deal. They got to hire agents and they got to retire and not ever have to work again based off of how much those agents worked. And then even worse, they took money from the agents to be able to fund this. Inconsistent growth, right? As a brokerage owner or a franchise owner right now, you're confined to that little space, and how big and fast you grow depends on how much money you have to invest. So it costs money to branch out into all MLSs. It costs money to have a Charlotte market and a Raleigh market, or an Austin market and a Dallas market. Limited tech and support. So as you grow and your agent count grows, what happens? Your tech and your support staff and your support systems have to grow with it. And that costs money too. And so what eXp did is they said, you know what? We don't need a brick and mortar office. We're going to have our cloud campus where we can work anytime, any place. You can connect with your broker in charge, accounting, our tech support, everybody. We're going to have it all on the cloud virtually, because we know the world is going virtual. We're going to have live training. We want our agents that are coming in to learn from the best of the best. So we have 50 or more hours a week of live training in the world that are taught by the top 1% of agents in our brokerage. There are icon agents. So we believe that the best teachers are the ones actually out there doing it, implementing it every single day. Not Bob Smith that sold 4 deals that really has a passion for teaching what he doesn't know. We're going to have real-time support, guys. So if you have an issue, you're going to go and get that issue resolved right then and there. It doesn't matter if Kelsey is out of work this week in accounting and her kid's sick, and so now you have to wait until Monday to get your accounting question answered. No, take that away. It's all here in the world. Over 600 admin staff, y'all, there to support you. International collaboration. Gosh, I know that I had this vision when I started real estate, and it was a big one because I dreamed big. And I was like, I'm going to be in every single state in the United States within 20 years. Well, guys, I'd like to tell you I'm in 7 states already, and it's only been 4.5 years. And now, not only do I have to stay confined to the United States, now I can dream even bigger. So now that dream is I'm going to be in every single country that eXp is opened in 10 years. That seems feasible now because of everything that eXp has given us and the walls they've taken down to get us there quicker. Powerful equity opportunities, guys. That's one of those lanes we're going to talk about. Revenue share and stocks. It's amazing because we don't have the brick and mortar, because we don't have the costly overhead. We are now able to invest that back into our agents. So rather than funding the franchise owner or the CEO or the market center owner's retirement, eXp says, you know what? You're the one that's working to build this business. The agents are the one that make us what we are. We're going to give back to them and help them retire. So guys, we have 3 lanes we're going to talk about today. Now that we've got the introduction out of the way, the lane 1, that's sales. That's what we're doing every single day, right? How is eXp going to help you in your sales? We're going to talk about SkySlope, our world, our workplace, our KV Core CRM and Lead Gen platform, our iBuyer program, our healthcare program. We're going to talk about all of that. And then we're going to talk about lane 2 and lane 3. Lane 2 is a hybrid, completely optional in some ways, but then in other ways, eXp is going to give you stock in our company. And we're going to talk about that and what it looks like. And then we've got lane 3. This is the one that's optional. If you never want to talk to an agent about eXp ever in your life, you do not have to. But we're going to talk about what that looks like, how it can help team leaders and brokerage owners, how it can help even the regular individual agent that just maybe wants to grow some passive income on the side. So we'll talk about all of that and answer questions at the end. With that, I get to turn it over to the beautiful and awesome Robin Mann.
Woo, good job. Good talking so far. Okay, so we are on lane 1. Lane 1 is the specialty, I think, like everybody at eXp is doing lane 1. That is sales. If we don't do sales, we don't do anything else. So a lot of people will say, oh, y'all are just a recruiting company. Not so much. We did had a record second quarter in 2021. I know in our local MLS, we are #1 in the in sales in that MLS. So we are busting some records as eXp. And then we have a revenue of $1 billion. Take me back, Alexis.
Take you back. Talk about the billions. Yeah,
we did good
I
stuff.
thought you were done.
No, I was going down to the last line, but it's okay. We'll go there. We did a lot of sales, over 1 billion sales, breaking records. So here are solutions that we offer at eXp. We have tools, and we have tools that work. So that was a big deal for me, is that our technology actually functions the way it's supposed to, and in ways that you don't even imagine, and that you actually, I don't think even one person has enough time to fully explore all of the opportunity at eXp. So enterprise is like our dashboard. It's where all of these things are. And that's where you go and you can look at lots of information for yourself. Show me that next slide. I just want to go forward once, Alexa, and pop back. Okay, yeah, go back, sorry. Okay, I just want to make sure I cover the right stuff. So go back to the other one. So enterprise is our dashboard. You'll go on there, you'll look for things. SkySlope, that is a big deal. So this is so user-friendly. I think a lot of people hear cloud-based and they freak out. I don't do tech. Tech is not my scene. I can't do it. This is like tech for dummies. Literally, this is your transaction management. You upload each of your little forms that throughout your transaction. You get a red light when it's not there, and you get an email that says it's not there. And then when you put it in and they look at it and they prove it, you get a green light. It's a beautiful thing. Now, if you get all your little green lights in a row, you get paid. It's very simple. So I love that. You get paid. So I'm not tech savvy in a lot of ways. And so this has helped my world, because I just go check my SkySlope, see what I got. There's also a lot of information in SkySlope that you can utilize for yourself. Now, workplace. This one's a yummy one. If you are into Facebook, Workplace is created by Facebook for eXp. We are the largest Facebook community that is private. So what it is, you go into Workplace and you look for, you want to learn more about investing. So you go join the investing group. Or let's say that you're into, you're Latino, or you're Black, or you're gay pride, or you're a woman, or you're a man, like every kind of group, and there's people that you want to connect with, you can go there and do connections. There's state groups, there's announcements. Like I go into Workplace on a daily basis, and my mind is blown away. Like some announcement will pop up and I'm like, oh yeah, here's commercial groups, relocation groups, the options are endless. So, but yeah, if you go into the in there and there's like eXp announcements, every day there's a nugget that I'm just blown away by. So that is great place for referrals. I know that Alexis, like she blows it away in referrals in there, because obviously eXp wants to help eXp, because if we all help each other, we all grow. So I'm going to put out in Workplace for a referral and try to get one in eXp before I'm going out to other brokerages, because then we all have to win-win. All right, CRM and lead gen. So this is, I know Alexis is all about KV Core. KV Core, which is used to be called Conversion, or it is still called Conversion. We're the KV Core version of it. It is, if you have ever had if you've ever had like not been happy with a CRM, and if you don't know what a CRM is, it's like your database management. So if you've ever not been happy with one, I dare you to try this one, because it does everything. I've never before, I was with KW for 5 years. I was the top producing agent in my marketplace, 40 out of 48 months. So, you know, I worked, I used a very archaic system, and that system, when what I was doing at that system is what KW wanted to do, but they couldn't make it happen. I was on their like beta team and stuff. Anyway, that's a segue. What KV Core does is what I wanted to have happen. I was doing it manually. KV Core does it automatically. I sat on my couch this week. I got 4 leads from KV Core. That never in my life has happened before. Literally, if you utilize the system, you can get leads. You also, it's a task manager, which I love. So if you need to remember to call Alexis, then you put a task in there, and then boom, on your phone that morning or in your email, tomorrow morning, it'll say, call Alexis. So it makes work easy and handleable, and it's a beautiful, wonderful thing. Do you want to add anything to that, Alexis? Because I know that's your like baby.
Yeah, so there is actually a slide that we'll get into, and I'll touch on it, guys. Even beyond lead generation, some of the features that it lets you do, I will say a lot of people have said, hey, Alexis, how did you go to 20 million as a single agent? And there are 3 reasons, and KV Core is the number one. It has AI intelligence, so it's automatically going to pivot based off of what the leads or clients are doing in your website. It has drip campaigns, so we all know once you get to a certain point with leads, a lot of them will fall to the wayside because they're not right now people. So what KV Core does is it nurtures those people that maybe aren't ready. That way, when they're ready, they come back to you because you've been interacting with them the entire time. I've literally had clients in the past 6 months that came into my system in 2009 in 2020, and they're now under contract, and it was because we stayed in touch. So it's a very powerful tool.
Love it.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm back. All right, Cloud Campus. All right, people are like, Cloud Campus. I don't do clouds. Like I don't know what that means. What that means is we're saving money as a brokerage. That's what that means. So no desk fees. You can work from anywhere. Literally, I can work from my couch. I can work from my backyard. I know people that work at the pool. People go out on vacation and they spend 1 day working if they want, and they're sitting on the beach doing work. So you can work from anywhere. We're cutting overhead of your brick and mortar costs. There's no light bills. There's no staplers for people to steal. There's no any of the paper or like all the stuff. It's gone because we're not paying for that as a brokerage. There's no expensive leases, which means our company, eXp, can invest in agent support and in technology. We're not having to pay some company for us to sit there and stare at each other. Paperless transactions. I'm a tree lover. This makes my heart happy because we don't have to do paper. Everything is happening here, computer. And you get instant access to training and support. So we're going to go into this some more because I love the Cloud Campus. And I read a t-shirt the other day this guy was wearing. It said, a cloud is someone's computer somewhere. So it's not like this ambiguous thing. It actually is somebody's computer somewhere where people really are. So I kind of like that idea. So, okay, so explore the community. This right here is our world. If you are Sims players, then you kind of dig this scene. So what you get to do is Alexis and I can make our own little people. I'd have my short blonde hair. She'd have her black hair. We'd have a little blue jean jacket, and we go into. So I go into this little information booth all the time. And if I were to take my little person and stand there right in front of that guy, Joshua, and say, hey, Joshua, he would say, hey, Joshua, back. And he's not a computer. He's a real person in Washington or wherever he is, Virginia. And I would say, Joshua, where can I find out about the training that's going on? And he'd say, click in the top button and go to this room. And then all of a sudden I click on that button and I'm in a room. Like my little body is in a room. I love going into the specialized departments. So like, let's say I have an accounting question. You walk up to the accounting thing and they have a little ticker, like a deli number. You pick your number and then all of a sudden, bing, you're in front of your little avatar is in front of someone else's little avatar. And her name is Susie from Washington. And you tell her your question and she answers it right there, like on the spot. It's phenomenal. And I can be in my tank top and gym shorts. I don't have to go put on a little pencil skirt and put on makeup to go to the office to get this answer. I literally go right there. They can take my computer, look at stuff. It's an amazing, beautiful thing. Team collaboration. If you have people all over the world and you guys want to have a team meeting with your avatars in the world, there are private rooms for that. Information sharing. Like if you just want to go in here and mastermind with people, like let's meet in the, there's a beach. Let's meet on the beach at 4 o'clock Eastern and do a mastermind. You can do that. Daily training. This right here, I love that every Sunday I get an email from eXp that says, here's our training this week that I think you might be interested in. And it is mind blowing. Like it is everything from your basic negotiation skills or how to get a buyer to in-depth in like how to handle your money or investments or team, big team thinking ideas, like basically anything you want, daily training. And then there are large scale meetings. So you get to multiple people in each department to answer your questions. Yes, Fred. So yeah, so there's multiple people all in every department. And then the large scale meetings are super fun because you can be in the in that big auditorium right there. There's people up on the stage. You can learn things. You can see presentations. My group that I'm with, they always laugh at me because I don't ever sit down. And I always move to the front, like it makes a difference that you can see, but you can't. It's just, you're looking at the same screen as everybody else does, but I just like to stand. It makes me feel good. So,
Robin, I get on the boat still and I can never get off. So if if technology scares you, don't feel bad because I run into walls still and everything.
And you can kick balls on the soccer field. Like it's really fun, but the really cool stuff is the education and the help there.
And yeah. Robin, I want to touch on it real quick. Like guys, the beauty of having this virtual office is that you're not having to wait. With over 600 admin staff in the world, you literally, if you're having trouble with your computer, you go into the tech support, they'll take over your computer and fix it like that. If you have a question about your commission checks, you're not having to wait for it. There's admin staff that are there. Even down to the broker in charges, they have specific hours that they're in the world. So if you don't want to call them or work chat them, you can go into the world and meet them and speak with them about your issues right then and there. So taking it back to one of the main things I personally love about our community is it allows you to learn and implement things a lot quicker, which then increases your productivity. And if your productivity is increased, then guess what? Your time with your family is increased. Your time for yourself is increased. And we all know in this business as real estate agents, one of the hardest things to do is balance that work-life balance. And this helps you do it. As a mom of 3 who started in real estate, as a stay-at-home mom, guys, this was imperative, being able to jump into training like that and then go ahead and implement it while I'm putting my kids down for a nap, not have to get in the car and drive 2-3 hours, not having to get up, get dressed. And I'll tell you what, I saved on uniforms and work clothes because guess what? My avatar always looks good. So.
And Nicole just made a good point. We're 24 hours a day. We're global. So you know, if you're in a totally different time, if you're in Australia and your time zone's way different than North Carolina, you still go to where you are. I mean, because we're open in a gazillion countries. We'll touch on that later. But yeah, it's relative to your time zone.
And
So,
guys,
okay.
we touched on live training. So since we touched on all that, you want me to just kind of move forward?
Yeah, I'll just hit the top. The big thing is we have more than 50 hours of live training a week. So if you you can go in here and see this cool little calendar, and you know what, I want to learn how to blog. Boom, go there on that 9 a.m. and learn about blogging. So yeah, we can go on.
And just a real quick, guys, if you're not able to attend the live training, we do have archives of recorded training. And again, it goes back to not having to sit through the menial training that doesn't mean anything to you in an office. You choose the training that will actually help your business.
Love it. And yes, again, we have real-time support. So you can go in, there's so many, okay, people worry about that. They're like, well, I really love my BIC. I talk to him or her every day, every minute. She's my emergency contact. Like, we have real-time support. So you have a multitude of options when you need help. You can go on work chat, which is it's like Facebook messaging, but you can go on there and message your broker in charge and say, I need help with this. You can go on there and call them, but then you can go into the world and you can find the broker. You can also find the accountant, find the technology people, transaction specialists. We have those everywhere. So it's real-time support at your fingertips here. So eXp Enterprise, we talked about that a little bit earlier. The cool deal on this, okay, so this is your dashboard I talked about earlier, and I was like, if you look at Enterprise, you get to see all kinds of information. Here's the information you get to see. So you go in there and you look at your transactions and you go, okay, I'm only 2 away from capping. If you don't know what a cap is, we'll talk about that, but capping is a beautiful thing. So you can go in there and see how much have you made this year to like motivate yourself, or if your goal is to make more, you can say, okay, I need to get on this. Also, you get to review your agent equity awards. Those are awards that eXp gives you. We'll talk about that. And then also real-time performance. So are you ahead of your goals? Are you below your goals? And that's just a tiny piece of what eXp Enterprise offers. Okay, so we talked briefly about SkySlope. SkySlope, you have all of these opportunities. This is where they review your transactions, and you can do it from any device. You can sign documents digitally. You have support 24/7. The big thing on this for me is it's simple. It's very user friendly. Like, you literally, red light means there's something there that you need to fix. Green light means you get ready to get paid. Woo. So that's what I like about it.
I love getting paid, right? And
Yeah,
the beauty
exactly.
of it is, guys, you're not waiting until eXp gets the money in their account to get paid. Once your green lights are there, eXp goes ahead and gives you your money. So usually you're getting it direct deposited within 24 hours of closing. I mean, usually mine hits, I would say, within like 2 to 3. So
if you have the green lights, if you don't have green lights, you
now,
got
if you
nothing.
don't have the green lights, you can't pass go. You can't collect $200 or your commission check. But if you've done everything you're supposed to, you're getting paid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's SkySlope. So Workplace, again, is a Facebook, very similar to Facebook. If you're loving some, flip me over there. There we go. Workplace by Facebook. So that's where we go. We discuss topics, projects, you share announcements, you communicate with one another, you share referrals. There are live trainings. Alexis and I are part of what's called the Family Tree, which is just a group, just like I'm part of Mom Helping Moms Charlotte. Actually, I have that group, but I'm part of Family Tree within eXp. And within that group, we have live training every day that you can plug into. But then also, and I know that we're not alone in that. There's groups all over that have that. But then within there, you can go to other people's groups. Let's say you also want to venture into, let's say you want to bring, you want to venture into your hometown, Athens, Georgia, and find out what's going on there. That's my hometown. I can go in there and find agents from Athens, Georgia, and hook up referrals. So it's just, it's a really great tool that I think we utilize in a really nice way, like a very productive, helpful way.
Absolutely. And Robin, you touched on the referral network within Workplace. Guys, I can't tell you how amazing it is. My first month with eXp, I got 3 million in referrals from Workplace. And let me put that into perspective. If our cap is 16,000, that's approximately 3 million in volume at 2.5% commission. I literally capped from workplace referrals my first month. So untapped.
You know what I'll say on that too is at my previous brokerage, I felt like there was there were fan clubs, and I know that supposedly there's people that pay, and like on real Facebook, there are like if they say, hey, Charlotte, North Carolina, well, it just goes insane with referrals that are not like people never even done a transaction with one another, or never called each other. They don't know these people. I felt this finally, I was like in my level playing ground where Lance might call me and say, Robin, I don't do South Carolina. Will you talk with me about this? And so it's just very, it just evened the playing field that there weren't fan clubs. It just feels very nice and organic. And I will say that about eXp in general as well. Like I feel we're so collegial and have a culture like none other I've ever seen. So keep going, sorry. I got lost there. I get so excited just talking about this stuff. I forget about we have to talk to each other. Okay, marketing and branding. All right, so in the world, which we talked about earlier, I love, like I went in there one day for a live class. This guy did a marketing class and he broke it down. Like he sat there with and he did it with KV Core. So this is kind of all combined. He went in there and he taught us how to create a postcard with our logo, because there was templates, with our information. He figured out how to zone it down to a particular neighborhood and address it and send it. He did it all right there on the spot. And he did it for a person in the class. So they sent out like 100 postcards for this person in the class. So that goes to say, you can take a class and use our information, or you can just go in on your own, use it. We have business cards, we have brochures, we have signage, all of it with the appropriate information and with very simple templates to use. So you just plug in your information. You can tweak it to make it look like you and your stuff. But yeah, great opportunity for all the marketing. A lot of people worry about that, changing their signs and stuff, but we got you. All right, CRM and lead generation. Again, this is what we call KV Core. What we're looking at right there is in the little pictures, the activity for all leads with the little houses. That's an active KV Core site. So instead of them sending them to your MLS, you can send them to your KV Core. And the bonus in that is that if Alexis looks on a house, and she and I, let's say we're looking at 250s, and all of a sudden I notice on my KV Core that she's looking at 400s. Well, either she's pipe dreaming, or I need to give her a call because she might have some information for me. So, oh yeah, she forgot to tell me. They're going up to the 400 range. So it also notifies you of tasks if you set it up, does drip campaigns, and optional in-house lead generation. So you can sign up for Make It Rain. Is that what that's talking about, Alexis?
So yeah, there's multiple different ones with KV Core. So you can do the Making It Rain program. You could do Google Ads pay-per-click, where you don't have to take the guesswork in and try to figure it out. It's already done for you. Then you've got property boosts. Then you've got free lead generation. So if you're one of those people that you're like, I don't want to invest in leads, there are squeeze pages and landing pages to really push your marketing to the next level to help you do that. And that's all included in there. Your website comes with it for free. Guys, this platform costs almost $500 and you get this and your website with eXp automatically. So very, very, very powerful. Also, analytically too, like if you're that person that you don't track where your leads are coming from, where they're closing from, things like this does it for you automatically. So you never have to worry. Literally, I can pull it up right now and I can say, hey, yeah, the Google pay-per-click ads aren't working. In the last year, we've only closed 5 people from that. But guess what? Property Boost, we've closed 27. Great. I'm going to take that money from Google and I'm going to put it in Property Boost. So from a business management platform, it's great. From a customer relationship management platform, it's great. And you do have an app. So it's with you all the time.
What I love about it too, like those words you just said, squeeze page and click funnel, and to me, you could have been speaking German 3 years ago, because I'm like, I don't know what the heck you're talking about. Okay. But I took a class in the world. I learned, and I actually, me, Robin Mann, who I don't consider myself computer savvy. Like I know tech, I know Facebook, I know social media, but I don't know this. I created a squeeze page. I created a click funnel, and I actually got leads.
And it
I
takes
never
like
had done.
5 seconds.
Yes,
You can
it doesn't take
literally do it from your phone sitting on your couch.
exactly. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So it did what I had been doing as a solo agent, just winging it. It took me from archaic manual to mind-blowing automatic, and I haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg on KV Core yet. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
All right.
Okay. Oh, back on that last thing, the marketing and branding. I think I said that on that slide, but some people need to know this too. I don't think we mentioned that, but you get to market you. Like a lot of companies and brokerages, it'll say blah blah Realty Robin Mann, and no, my stuff says Robin Mann. Actually, it says sold in the Carolinas, but then it has my eXp stuff on there. But I actually get to brand me and my company because eXp cares about me and my company, because my company is eXp, not the other way around. If I were the other brokerage, I might not even get to put my name on the sign. But no, you get to be you, and that to me.
And even beyond just, individual agents, while we're touching on that, that's the teams, that's brokerage owners. If you're an independent brokerage owner and you have that brokerage, like we have David Upchurch, who's a beast, and he's David Upchurch Real Estate. He keeps that autonomy. He doesn't have to throw away his brand or anything like that. eXp is, as Robin said, is all about you, your branding, and they know that because you grow, eXp grows. Because that you're growing, you're an owner in eXp, so it all works collectively. So if branding is really important to you, which if you're not thinking about branding, you should be. That's one of those training classes. But you should. It'll really be good. So with that, I'll let Robin take that.
All right, healthcare. I know a lot of people, especially if you came from another career field, a big concern is healthcare. Or if you're just another brokerage, your concern is healthcare. Like you don't get it unless you have a spouse or unless you're military or something. You don't get access to healthcare. Like we're just basically out of luck, pay for the stuff and go into debt. At eXp, we offer healthcare, and it is actually affordable. And from what I have heard, I can't speak personally to it, but I know other folks who can, and they think it's better than anything they've seen. It's low cost. You get, you can do telemedicine series. So like services, instead of like having to go into the doctor, you can call in, especially with the COVID scene, you can call in and not have to go into an urgent care. And potentially get diagnosed, but we have the access to utilize that for your family and not be just out there on your own.
And Robin, I do have it. So
oh, you do?
Yeah. So my husband was a county employee when I first started in real estate. So we had his, and we would pay $384 every 2 weeks for our family of 5. And fast forward to the decision to make for him to stay home with the children and me to really go full force with real estate. We had 2 choices: either go uninsured or go to the private market. And the private market was really expensive. I'm talking, at least $2,000 a month for our family of 5, with astronomical copays, astronomical deductibles. It was like almost not worth even having insurance at that point. And so when the eXp introduced healthcare, and it's through Clearwater Benefits, basically you get the option. So if you're that person that you don't need big expensive insurance because you have no underlying health conditions or anything like that, you just need the basic, we're going to go to the doctor when we're sick and occasionally need checkup and wellness visits, then you can choose a lower tier program. But it's got options for you. And I will say this, family of 5 here, and I don't know your medical history and stuff, so it may be different for you guys, but family of 5 here, and our family's insured for $560 a month. And
wow.
Same copays that we had with Blue Cross Blue Shield, and our deductible is the same as what we had with the county as well. So it's very competitive. And if that's going to be a deciding factor for you in joining eXp, you can go to expagenthealthcare.com and connect with a live specialist that can go over the plan specific to you and your family.
Love it.
All right, guys. eXp continues. So right here, guys, you see this map. We talked about how fast and how quick we grow. And man, do I mean it, like we can't even not keep this map updated to where we are right now. So right now, you're going to see that we are in the United Kingdom, Australia, South Africa, all of the United States and Canada. Well, guys, this is completely blown up since the last time this map was updated. So not only are we in those areas now, but we're in France, we're in Portugal, we're all over. We're in Puerto Rico, and literally Italy. I mean, Spain. Are we in Spain? Yeah, I want to say we're in Spain too.
I think France too just hit.
And yep, France. And then we've really got some big companies. So a couple years ago, we hired Mike Valdez. He's our director of international growth, and he is that big picture, strives to reach his goals person. And I want to say they want to open anywhere from 5 to 10 countries a year. And when I say that we've surpassed that goal for the year 2021, I mean it. The growth is amazing. And the beauty of it is it's not just Mike Valdez doing this. This is agents. This is us, our eXp agents that have relationships because they're from there, or they have family there, or friends there. And they're the ones that are propelling this growth and introducing these agents to this model that's changing lives. To put into perspective, in the UK, France area, it took some of the other brokerages 18, some 10 years to reach 100 agent count. In this area alone, in just 9 months, we've surpassed like 250 agents. So not only are we the fastest growing real estate brokerage in the history of the United States, we are now the fastest growing brokerage in the history of international growth. And that is amazing because we're taking over. I don't know any way else to put it other than we are taking over the world. It is going to be like nothing you've ever seen. Why is international collaboration important, guys? You get to interact and learn from top professionals in the company all over the world. And that's important because we know that what happens in one area of the world generally, for the most part, can trickle economic wise to other areas. It's important to keep tabs on trends. And then let's say with everything going on in the world, let's say the real estate market in the United States tanks. That doesn't mean that our entire firm, business, real estate tanks with it. No. France, UK, Australia, they're likely doing good still. So we've got that ability to help us stay financially free because we are everywhere. We're one brokerage everywhere. You can build teams across states, provinces, and throughout the nation with just one cap, and that's amazing too. Host and participate in daily live online gatherings, benefit from powerful referral networks. I can't tell you how amazing it is to get a referral from France, y'all. Go ahead.
I'm raising my hand because we kind of glossed over that, but that's a huge piece that building teams across states and provinces with one nationwide cap. Okay, just so you can hear that, if you're licensed, you personally are licensed in North Carolina and South Carolina and Georgia and California, you pay one cap.
Yep.
One cap. And you pay one monthly fee of your $85 a month. So, dude, that's mind blowing. So in that piece alone, like that, if you're looking at going multiples, but let's say you spend half the year in Missouri and you're licensed there, most of the time you're going to have to join Missouri, you have to pay up there, you have to join a brokerage there, you have to pay everything up there, not with eXp. So just want to throw that out there. And also, if you just want to have a vacation home like in Spain and there's no eXp broker, brokers there, girl or boy, open it up, like make one, and then boom, you've got a referral network. You're living there part of the time. You send them to it's just mind blowing. The possibilities there. So sorry, I just want to throw that in there.
No, perfect. And guys, it really is a big deal, especially for brokerage owners and team owners. We did mention someone that sold 6 market centers. There's a reason they did that. Because with 6 market centers, you're increasing your overhead, you're increasing how much money you have to have, how many admin staff you have to hire, all that's done for you here. You don't have to do that. You can basically say, hey, I want to be here, and you're going to be there. We're going to talk about lane 2 now, guys. This is our stock agent equity. Again, this is that hybrid. Some of it's optional, some of it's not. Let's talk about what that looks like. So whenever you come onto eXp and you close your very first transaction, you are going to earn shares of stock. It's going to be gifted to you for doing what you're going to do anyway, no matter where you're at, whether you're with our brokerage or another. You're going to be given stock when you cap. You're also going to be given stock when an agent that joins eXp with you does their first transaction. Then we have the Icon Agent Award. So let's say you have capped, you've done approximately 3 million in volume at 2.5% commission. You're at 100% there. When you meet a certain production requirement above that, which is approximately 20 deals at a $250 transaction fee, you're going to be given your entire cap back in company issued stock. We'll talk about that a little bit more. And then you have the agent equity program. This is the part that's optional, right? So some agents enroll to take 5% of their commission check from every transaction, or just 1 or 2 transactions. You can opt in and opt out anytime you want, and they purchase stock at a 10% discount. This stock is available to you from day one. Could you imagine being able to have a 10% ROI automatically on your money? So basically you're taking your money and you're pushing it further when you participate in that, but again, it's optional. Guys, if you look at when I came on to eXp in June of 2018, and here's my caveat. I am not a financial advisor. I am not making predictions about the stock. I am telling you my experience solely for example. When I came on in June of 2018, stock was trading at about $7 a share. Take $16,000 and divide it by $7 a share. Now fast forward to February of 2021, where all of our stocks split. So that means if I had 1,000 shares of stock, now I have 2,000. And I want you guys to multiply it by what the stock is trading at today. Could you imagine getting that anywhere else? And let's talk about this in a broader term. A lot of people are like, well, stock can go down. Stock will be nothing. Well, great. It's still more than what you're getting back at any other dang brokerage. I would much rather have stock that is worth less than 16. Let's say the stock goes down and that 16,000 becomes 2,000. That's $2,000 more than I had at any other company, because I'm dang sure that no piece of paper that has top producer written across it costs $2,000.
I did not understand stocks. Like, stocks were not my scene. And even when my sponsor spoke with me about it, I was like, yeah, I'm not interested. I don't get it. I don't know what you mean. I bought a flip house last year on my stock. So I like stock now a lot.
Stock is my friend. So I've got the stock I've earned, right, that they give me for doing what I'm doing all the time. And that's sitting there, that's building retirement. And guys, there's a 3-year vesting period, but I'll be very honest, if that 3-year vesting period wasn't there, I would have kicked myself in February when we did the split, because I know myself. I was sold that stock at $12 a share out. I'm gone. I made $2,000. I would have felt like a baller.
But there's only a 3-year vesting period on the stuff you are given. The stuff you buy is
sitting there. But then the stock I bought, guess what? I got to pay off cars. I got to get out of a mortgage and pay off my house free and clear. I got to build my backyard into a paradise. And so there's things you can do with this stock that basically leverages what you're doing already in this industry. Lane 3, y'all, revenue share. So again, this is completely optional. You see all the little avatars that look like me down there? So basically the avatars you see up top, those are your level 1s. Those are people that came to you and they said, Alexis, why eXp? Or Alexis, how are you doing what you're doing in business? And I shared the opportunity with them. They say, you know what, I love eXp. I'm coming on board. They are my level 1s. Then you've got some level 2s because they came on with me. They're excited now. They're ready to rock and roll. They've got people asking them questions too. So then you've got your level 2s. So this basically shows you, and we'll go in depth in the next slide, but this basically shows you the power of you bringing 6 agents on and then them bringing 6 agents on. If all of those agents cap, you just increased your income on just level 1 and level 2 agents by $36,000 solely for sharing an opportunity with them. Let's talk about this, because a lot of people say, I don't want to recruit. I'm not a recruiter. You're a recruiter. You're either recruiting for the firm you work at with your production and what you do every single day, or you're recruiting because you're sharing your wins and people want to be like you. You may not intentionally recruit, but you're recruiting.
Or you're being recruited. Every
Or you're being
brokerage,
recorded.
every brokerage, like people, EXP gets a really bad rap on that. And I'll admit, I had that beat into my brain. EXP, all you'll do is recruit. You're just an MLM. Okay, wow. So every brokerage is recruits. That's how you survive. You can't just be Robin Mann.
Well, and here's what I like to point out, Robin. Every single brokerage recruits. And let's talk about that. Who's recruiting for that brokerage? You either have the broker in charge that's recruiting, they've hired someone, they pay a salary to recruit. And where's that money being taken from? That money is being taken from the agents. That's why.
Where's it going to? It's not going to the agents, it's going to the brokerage.
Exactly. It's going to the broker or that person that is being paid a salary. And what is the purpose in that? The purpose is to grow the firm in those situations so the firm owner or the franchise owner can retire. Here at eXp, they say, no, if our firm's so great, our agents are going to share this or people are going to see it and they're going to ask about it. Let's take and give back to our agents. So let's look at what that looks like, guys. You're going to basically receive income from agents that you bring on into the company, whether it be because you reach out to them to invite them or they reach out to you. You don't have to, guys. Only like 99% of the company or 99% of the company does not participate in revenue share at all. They just don't want to. They stick to their lane 1 and their lane 2. But if you're that agent or that team leader or that brokerage owner that has growth on their mind and all that, this is perfect for you. So what I like to point out here is this money is not coming from the agent. So the 20% that comes of every transaction that goes to eXp, that 20% is where the revenue share is pulled from. And so if I bring on Robin to eXp and she closes a $200,000 deal at 3% commission, that's a $6,000 gross commission income. eXp is going to take $350, 3.5% of $6,000. They're going to pay me that $350 out of the 20% that they get automatically. It does not hurt Robin. It does not come from Robin or anything until Robin caps. And then once Robin caps, there's no revenue to share. I will say this. Everybody says all we do is recruit. We don't produce. That's a lie. We wouldn't be growing like we were if all we did was recruit. Because guess what? Recruiting without revenue is zero. Nobody would be excited.
And you and I are both $20 million producers.
Yeah, right.
We produce.
So I want to point that out. So what's it look? We've got 7 layers deep. Guys, think of it as mini referral fees that are coming from eXp, not from the agent. So on tier 1, this is unlimited. You can have as many line 1s as you want in your entire life. And you're going to make 3.5% off that agent. Every time they close a deal, you'll get paid monthly on the 22nd. You'll always know what it is because we're transparent and it's in our enterprise dashboard. You'll make 3.5% off of them. Anybody that they introduce to the company that breaks into your line 2, you're going to make 3.8% off the line 2s, and it goes down 7 levels, guys. This is a very important thing for agents that do participate. And I'm not going to talk about it in the sense of it's important because I get to go and buy a mega mansion and sip Mai Tais on my private yacht all the time. That's not why this is important. This is important for the things in life we just don't see coming. So I'll share my story. I was recently diagnosed with autoimmune. I had to pull back on my production, but guess what? I had bills to pay still. Now I am rewarded every single month through revenue share because I shared eXp's opportunity with other agents that joined under me and they're producing. That revenue share helped our family stay afloat without having to tap into savings, without having to go bankrupt. Let's talk about, unexpected funeral costs. Let's talk about unexpected catastrophic diseases like cancer and stuff. Let's talk about bobcats attacking you. These are all examples of eXp agents where it clicked to them why revenue share was important, and revenue share helps sustain them.
And mine kicked in. This spoke to me because I was building a downline at my former brokerage, and it was nice, but the most I ever got there was nominal in comparison, like maybe a tenth of what I could get here. And so I was shown that math, and that math alone showed me that because we were a single income family for a long time, because I was being a mom raising kids, that we didn't have a college savings plan. We didn't come from money. So like we were paycheck to paycheck for a while. So when I saw this, I thought, whoa, like I was ready to cry. I was like, dude, we can pay for college. Like, I don't have to put massive debt on my kids. Like, we could actually dream about a vacation home. Like, that's not even that has never even been on my radar in any capacity. And we currently own 4 homes. That's insane. Like, we would never, like, that's not even in Robin's world. But it is now. And it's because I just kept doing what I was doing. And now I'm rewarded from it. Lance says RevShare kept his family from debt when his wife was battling breast cancer. They had surgeries, like massive debt, and boom, it paid for it. So again, you don't have to do it. But if you have a friend in real estate, if you went to school with anyone in real estate, if you had a great transaction with someone and they like what you're doing, bring them on, and it's a win-win for everyone.
I agree on that. And guys, what's awesome about revenue share is it creates generational wealth. So if something were to happen to you, this is willable to your family. So if I dropped down dead today, my husband would still get my revenue share, and he would have 12 months to get his real estate license, of course, but he would still be able to get it. If something happened to him, it would transfer down to my kids, so on and so forth. So it's creating a generational wealth for your family. And what I want to say about this is revenue share does not mean anything unless you're producing. I harp on that because we talked about everything in lane 1 that helps with your sales. So even if you're not participating in revenue share, we as agents who have introduced you are incentivized by revenue share to help you succeed and reach your goals and grow. Because we don't want you to leave eXp. We want to build a lifetime relationship, partnership, and friendship with the agents that we're bringing on. Trust me, I'm not introducing eXp to the A word that I worked with 2 weeks ago. I don't want to partner with him for a lifetime. So these are people that you love, know, that you look at and you think, wow, I think they're an amazing agent that you really want to align with. So with that being said, let's talk about what joining eXp and becoming a shareholder, or AKA owner of eXp, looks like. Guys, everybody has talked about our company and we stay in their mouth. And what I like to say is, if you're hearing bad about us, it's because somebody is intimidated or wants to be us and just can't admit it. I'm just going to say it. So you look, Real Trends called us the Amazon of real estate market watch. We accelerated already significant growth. Inman team recruitment driving eXp's strong quarter. I mean, you name it, we've been in every single real estate publication that holds any weight out there. So guys, what does it look like? Fees, all that fun stuff. We are at an 80-20 split. It doesn't matter if you're a $60 million producer, and it doesn't matter if you've never closed $1 million in volume before. 80-20 split. You're going to cap at 16,000. If you don't know what a cap is, great. That means you're probably going to get a pay raise today when you join. So what the cap is when you do approximately 3 million in volume, you are then at 100%. That 20% is not coming out any longer. And once you're at 100%, you're there until your anniversary year every year. So it doesn't restart in January. It's your anniversary date each year. When you're at 100%, $250 are going to be taken out as a transaction fee. That's only taken out once you've hit 100%. And then if you do approximately 20 deals, which is 5,000 in transaction fees at $250, you're what's called an icon agent, and that's stock. All that comes back to you in stock, and your transaction fee reduces down to 75. So what does it look like? How do I get started? Well, guys, I have to tell you this. Nowhere do I know of that you can start your own brokerage and have ownership in it for $149. I think the lowest I've ever seen was a $250,000 fee. So for us, it's $149. That's your startup fee. That's going to cover your first month of cloud brokerage fees. It's going to cover your first 1,000 business cards, everything, give you access to all our systems. From then on out, it's $85 a month. Every transaction that you close will have a $25 broker review fee that comes out of it, and a $40 risk management fee, which is also known as errors and omissions insurance. If you don't know what that is, you're already paying it some way, shape, form, or fashion, but this caps out at $500. So if you never close a deal, you don't have to pay it. If you only close 5 deals, well, you're not paying the full 500 in, you're just paying the $40 times 5. Was that 2,000 or 200, Robin? 20. I'm terrible with math in my head, y'all. And so guys, really, 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 really awesome fees, and lowest there is in the industry, hands down. It's amazing what you get for it. So guys, that's the conclusion. We're going to take questions right now, but before we start taking questions, I did want to say, if you have any questions beyond what we can answer here, you just don't feel comfortable, please, please, please get with the person that invited you to this call and discuss with them. There's not any question that we can't answer. No question is dumb. And guys, if you have them, please ask them here, because there may be questions you have that other people aren't thinking about that we can touch on. And we appreciate you guys joining us today. And with that, let's open our mics. Anybody?
I'm looking through the notes just to see if there's anything in chat, but I think there's not.
Nope. I think we're good, guys. If you don't have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and end today. And thank you for joining us. And we hope that if you're with or not with eXp already, we hope to bring you to our eXp family and watch as you grow beyond anything you thought possible. If you're already with us, guys, thank you for being on the call and growing our company with us, and just being great brothers and sisters in all that is eXp.
Thank you, Alexis. You did a great job.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you too. I bet it was the jean jackets.
It was. Next week. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.